welcome to volleyball action here at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Blair Bayless gets it started.
And we didn't mention her off the top, Jeff, but Blair Bayless has, if not the strongest, one of the strongest swings on this Panthers team, and you just saw it there. A great pass to set up the kill from Bayless.
Mosier just a bit long, and a service error for the Panthers gives it right back to Syracuse. Brooke Mosier honored before the match tonight for 3,000 assists in her career.
She's played just a little bit of volleyball over the past couple of seasons.
Bayless again from that left side. Able to get it by Maeva. Now Izzy Maston is in to serve.
Blair Bayless 2 kills. Blair Bayless gets a nice little rest on the side as Maston comes in to serve.
And 2 service errors for the Panthers to start. I'm sure head coach Dan Fisher chewing on his lozenge over that. But what a career he has had. National Coach of the Year, 3-time ACC Coach of the Year, and has made Pittsburgh a volleyball destination. Back-to-back service error, so kind of a sloppy start here for both teams early on. Here, Ganesha Radham, the head coach of the Syracuse Orange. And the first kill attempt is down for Syracuse by McLaughlin.
McLaughlin stands at only 5'8", Jeff, but she has had an amazing career as we mentioned, head coach Bakir Ganesharatnam in his 4th season as the head coach of the Syracuse Orange, really trying to build up this program into what Pitt is. And when we talked to him, he told us they're a couple of years behind what Pitt has built, but they are working towards it.
And middle kill blocked well by Syracuse. And the Orange takes the lead here 4-3. Maeva was in on that block. And a near ace. And a free ball here for the Orange, up a point. McLaughlin with a tap over, chance here for Pitt. As Olivia Babcock dug well in the back by Syracuse, and now the kill attempt. How about the dig and the kill by Laeva?
That was actually Skylar George.
I'm sorry, George.
For the Orange, as you see the one-armed dig and then getting herself in a position to hit from the back row, seeing the triple block and going right over top.
And Syracuse able to keep it alive. And Olivia Babcock hits one that they couldn't grab, but Syracuse playing the way that they want to play here early on, up a point.
And that's going to be a tough matchup when Olivia Babcock comes across the front row and Gabriella McLaughlin is in the front. That's a big mismatch, and so I think the Panthers will look to hit that as often as they can.
Again, another tip and good decision by the Orange. And Skylar George with a couple of points here in this run. It's 6-4 Orange. Maeva to serve.
And it's been really smart plays from George. She sees the block in front of her and knows that there is space behind it and is placing the ball perfectly.
And a slide by the Panthers. Dug well. We've seen the fundamentals done well by Syracuse early on. McLaughlin, long, no tip. Syracuse wanted one, but none called.
And it looks like we might have an early challenge. We'll take a look at it here. The great dig coming from Maeva, and then I mean, I didn't see it at the net. I think, if anything, there could have been a touch on the backside of that play because
Syracuse is challenging. Really, there was a touch.
So Bakira Ganesha Radham is challenging. Didn't see anything obvious like you were saying, but
and yeah, that quick angle that we saw right at the net, like I said, she was cutting that shot really hard, and so it was very far away from the blockers.
they didn't call anything in the net.
And the hair doesn't count. So it has to hit a body part. We'll take a
quick look.
That's also a great angle to see how high up that McLaughlin can get. Like we talked, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, Jeff, she only stands at 5'8", but has incredible hops as she's able to get up against these taller Pitt players.
There is a technical issue with the camera. We're going to not review the play. The challenge has been removed.
Okay.
So just a reminder, they don't see what we see. There's a separate setup for the officials. And I think it saved Syracuse a challenge.
Yes, so it sounded like due to the camera error that they will not charge the challenge. Within the game, you have the 2 challenges, or 3 challenges, excuse me, but if you win it, then you're able to keep it, but because there was that error with the cameras, they were able to just eliminate the challenge call altogether.
McLaughlin is able to put that one away through the block. So McLaughlin will now get the serve. As you mentioned, Amanda, one of the 2 captains on the Syracuse team. And you know you have to make an impact when you transfer in and become captains. Just too much from the left side. Blair Bayless off to a hot start tonight.
That was the Blair Bayless point, as she was able to get the pass and then get herself out to be able to get an efficient approach to be able to get a good swing on that ball.
Panthers trailing by 1. And you see Olivia Babcock try to dig that, but a point to Syracuse.
And early on, Jeff, it's been all about the soft touch for Syracuse. They've got some strong swings on a few balls, but what's been able to be the balls that they terminate are the ones where they have those soft touches, the roll shots, the tips, the shoves. All of those things are getting down on the Panthers' court.
Olivia Babcock. Syracuse did touch it. Are we going to see another challenge?
I didn't see any Syracuse players vehemently denying that they touched it, so I think they're just going to move on from that point and go to the next one.
8-7 lead off the top of the net. And Gabby dug by Mallory Meyer. Blair Bayless is able to rise up.
A heat check for Blair Bayless. 4 kills on 5 swings, hitting at an 800 clip.
And Brooke Mosier now at 8-8. And a powerful ace for Brooke Mosier.
And that puts Brooke Mosier in the lead for aces on the season. Coming in, she was tied with Olivia Babcock for 32, so now one-upping her teammate with 33 aces.
So does that mean Olivia's going to change her serve the next time? Good back set and kill right side for Syracuse. Sydney Waller on that right side, able to put it away. She'll go out. Ashley now will come in and serve. Very competitive so far here in the first set. 9-all, middle set, and perfectly done. Bree Kelly puts it away.
Picture perfect volleyball right there. A great first pass. You take a look at it here. The quick pass coming up to the hands of Mosier, and then before the block even has a chance to get up, Bree Kelly is already on her way down. What a great swing.
See Maston serve. And the slide this time from Syracuse, and a chance here for Olivia Babcock. And Babcock puts it away for her third kill. Now 493 on the season. Laughlin is blocked down by Babcock.
That was actually Skylar George on the outside, and there was no room between the block of Bree Kelly and Olivia Babcock. Look at those hands pressing over the net, not leaving any room for the swing of George.
And Syracuse from the middle, just a bit long. So a 4-0 run here for the Panthers and a 13-9 lead.
And those are tough plays for Syracuse. Those unforced errors are what they are going to need to eliminate tonight to try to keep themselves in this match. We've seen strong play early on, but a few of those unforced errors really coming into play here.
Nice decision, recognized by Mosher, and block on the Olivia Babcock attempt. Good decision there by Syracuse, just couldn't keep it inside the white lines.
How about this up from Brooke Mosher, recognizing the setter dump, and who better to recognize a setter dump than a setter to be able to make that play defensively.
Yeah, you might see her try that once or twice here tonight herself. George the tip, Panthers right there to recognize at that time, and Olivia Babcock puts it away. Giselle knew what was coming that time.
At least recent success as both of those teams, Nebraska and Pitt. So Pitt loves playing in this building, and as we mentioned, the last weekend of play inside of this Fitzgerald Fieldhouse.
You see what that timeout at point 15 does for Syracuse, but unable to get it over. No, George does get it over, and a point for the Orange. Syracuse has hung in this first set. It was a 6-0 run for the Panthers, just broken. Skylar George. And just a little too far, but Kelly able to get finger on it. Setting up Babcock. And Syracuse just can't get it. Point for the Panthers.
And in the middle of that play, Jeff, you mentioned a little bit of a disconnect between Mosher and Kelly, but that really is just the experience of both of those players. No panic in Bree Kelly. She knew that she saw the set was too far in front of her, but she was still able to get her hand on it and put the ball over on Syracuse's side.
And a little left-handed shot is going to at least produce a free ball here for Syracuse. Slide saved by Babcock. And rising up is Bizel from the left side.
Now, I don't think the one-handed volleyball will make Coach Fisher very happy, but he is happy that the ball was able to stay off the floor, and then the Panthers were able to tool it off the block to get that point. But not the prettiest volleyball that you'll see, but it worked.
And from the back row, big hits.
That was Skylar George again. She now has 5 kills already with 10 attacks to lead all players. You could see there just skying in between that block. Babcock a little late to go up for that triple block, and that left that seam to be able to get that ball down.
George just a sophomore. And a kill in the middle by the Panthers after the George kill.
You talked about young players, George, a redshirt sophomore, and then on the other side, the player that just got that kill, a freshman. But you see what George has been able to do, the improvements from last season, over 3 kills per set. That hitting percentage really climbed, and she has been much more efficient this season.
And right side is wide.
And of course, as I say that she has been much more efficient, she hits the ball out, but much improved from last season. Eliminate those, they are playing well and really matching themselves up against the Panthers.
1911 Pitt, Olivia Babcock. Panthers have gotten a couple off the top of the net. Laughlin with a big hit, but dug by Meyer. Pizzell's able to put it away.
And it seemed like the block was in position for the Orange, but Pizzell just able to power through it. You see the great dig.
How about that bump set by Bayless to set that up for Pizzell? Laughlin is blocked, but Syracuse saves. A slide this time for the Panthers, Abby Emsch.
Welcome to the match, Abby Emsch. The huge block during that rally and then finishing it off with the slide play. She has really been coming on as of late for the Panthers, Jeff.
Well, earlier we saw a 6-0 run for Pitt. Now it's a 4-0 run for the Panthers. And all of a sudden it's a 10-point lead when at one point it was 9-9. You see that off speed again. Syracuse just had to send it over. And a tip this time from the Panthers and a little miscommunication, but good decision by Marina Pizzell.
And a second timeout coming from Syracuse. You mentioned it, Jeff. We had the 6-0 run, a 5-0 run. We all blinked, and now the Panthers have an 11-point lead here in the first set.
And that's what really good teams do. You know, may have slow starts or it's not going, and then all of a sudden they can turn it on. That's what we saw from the Panthers. Blair Bayless really got it started for Pitt. A couple of big swings early in this first set.
I was very impressed. You can see just cutting it right inside the block and able to find that deep corner, which is almost undefensible when you're hitting it that far into the corner. The defense goes around the block, and then she's finding that deep corner. The 4 kills hitting at that 800 clip. And Blair Bayless was a player for the Panthers, Jeff, coming into this season that they really needed to take a step up, because you were losing a lot of offense from last season. You had the reigning AVCA National Player of the Year, but you needed kind of that 1-2 punch. And as of late and through most of this season, they have found that with Blair Bayless.
Bayless had 73 kills last year with the Panthers. She has 255 this season, which really speaks to the point you were making. As the Panthers go down this stretch, with each match getting bigger, and then nothing will be as big for Pitt, at least at home in the regular season, as Louisville here on Wednesday.
A huge matchup. We showed you the standings before. The Panthers really, they control their own destiny to have a share of the ACC title, but it's definitely not going to be easy over these last couple of matches.
And again, another tip and a pancake there by Meyer. And the Panthers able to put it away. Pizzell with another kill, her 4th.
Take a look at this pancake here. Slow motion. Watch the hand come down, and oh, that is right off of the wrist. What a job by Mallory Meyer.
How about an ace for Olivia Babcock to tie for the team lead and send us to set point.
You knew she couldn't let Mosher have that for long.
And what a run this has been. No errors, just consistently good serves. Syracuse trying to stay in this. McLaughlin. And a slide by Pitt right in the middle, perfectly placed by Abby Emsch. And
become the National Player of the Year. Then you're nominated for an ESPY.
You have to think that. Your Pitt Panther block there. Syracuse regroups, and a tip read by Mosher. Blair Bayless on the other side is blocked this time. Good defense a couple of times by Syracuse until Bree Kelly puts it away in the middle.
Really solid rally between these two teams to start off this second set. Both teams doing a great job defensively, but then Bree Kelly finishing it off for the Panthers to get the first point of this second set.
Mosher, pretty serve and a one-handed
Lift.
Okay.
We will call it a lift because it was officially called by our nice referees in blue on the court, a lift. So coming from behind her head and throwing the ball, so not going to get that call.
2-0 Panthers. Another big serve dug well by Syracuse. Blocked this time by the Panthers off the hit from Waller. And the tip attempt read by Mosher. And Olivia Babcock then sets it up. And so eventually Blair Bayless could kill it.
But I love the play of Mallory Meyer during that sequence because the Panthers were out of system on multiple occasions, but Mallory Meyer was really the mainstay, and she was able to set Bayless on the other side, or Babcock, excuse me, on the other side, and then Bayless on the other.
And in the back corner, what a hit by Syracuse. And that's George from that left side. And quickly a challenge.
Very quick. You could see Pizzell on that back line just saying that ball was out, and Coach Fisher was very quick to trust his player. He was also standing on that near that back line as well, so he had a good angle. Tough angle there.
After review, the call is reversed. The ball is out. Pitt retains their challenge.
Okay, there you go. Nice, quick, and easy.
So with that out, Pitt is currently on a 20-2 run.
Wow. I mean, volleyball is a game of momentum, and you could say the Panthers are riding high right now.
Syracuse sets up right side and able to get it back. Sydney Waller.
But Jeff, the big thing about that too, you have to credit the consistency of the Panthers from the service line during that type of run, because you could very easily have broken that multiple times with a service error, but they were so consistent and strong at the service line during that run.
Actually now serving, and Olivia Babcock is blocked down. Leeva, I believe, was in on that block. She's getting the congratulations. Her 6'1" graduate student. Something she'll be able to tell her family and friends about over her life. Another tip attempt. And Babcock, long, no touch. So a run here for the Orange of 3-0. By Kelly. Side tip attempt. Olivia Babcock puts it away.
Great job there of Mosher spreading the ball around, but then hitting Babcock on that back set to be able to put that ball away to finish off that rally.
See Brooke Mosher talking to her team. Izzy Maston in to serve for Pitt. And that attempt blocked by the Panthers. Babcock and Kelly, and Babcock and Kelly.
And that time, no chance for coverage from the Orange. You take a look here, again, pushing over the net and then coming straight down off of the arms of the Panthers block.
Syracuse slide is blocked down by Bree Kelly and Marina Pizzell.
How about that? A block on the far pin, a block on the near pin. The Panthers are all over the place, and that one was really all Pizzell turning that inside hand in as the ball was going off of her hand, able to keep that ball in play on the Orange side.
Free ball here for Pitt. Nearly was disastrous. And a good block by Syracuse off the hit by Pizzell. I think that was Laeva again. Yeah. 6'4". Now Skylar George, who leads Syracuse with 5 kills, will serve. Sails just a little long, a service error for Syracuse.
Great job there by Pizzell to follow that ball all the way to the line. She knew as she was going to that back line where she was and then where the ball was going to land.
Panthers block it in the middle. A chance here for Syracuse from the back line. Meyer saves it. Emsch is blocked. Meyer just has to send it over. And a communication error for Syracuse. It was good defense up until that point from both teams.
And I think I'll have to wait to see what happens in the score sheet, but that might count as a kill for Mallory Meyer. We'll see in a second here what pops up. I don't think they awarded her a kill. Oh, darn. I really thought she earned that with that swing.
And that one is in on kill from Syracuse. And that is
there she is. A kill in the stat sheet for Mallory Meyer.
First of the year.
That's a big one. That's a big one. She earned it. Communicating with her teammates, knowing where she was on the court, and then putting the ball away by the libero.
Mosher, nice set for Bree Kelly to put away.
What a beauty from Brooke Mosher. That was a quick pass that was coming up, and then just able to get her hands on it and put the ball up for her middle hitter, Abby Emsch. And so quick, the defense doesn't have a chance.
And the off-speed nearly worked out of necessity. Syracuse on the attack. And Babcock unable to dig it.
McLaughlin again on the kill, picking up her 4th of the night on 16 attempts. She's been swinging a lot, but just hasn't been able to have as much success, Jeff.
Buddy Maeva to serve for Syracuse. Sophia Gregoire has entered for the Panthers. First time today after spectacular last match against Cal. And Gregoire is not going to waste any time. Off the good defensive play from Izzy Maston, Gregoire puts it away.
You want to talk about a player having a hot hand. 20 kills, a career high on Sunday, and then coming in cold, not playing in the first set, coming off the bench and says, don't worry guys, I got this. Just an automatic kill. And an ace.
Marina Pizzell, her 5th.
That you see on that list with Nebraska and Texas and Penn State, but only these Pitt Panthers have made the national semifinal for 4 consecutive years.
Naiti Tautua'a in. You see the block there from the Panthers. Laughlin is blocked, and Pitt gets the point. Abby Emsch. Panthers have been able to rotate different combinations here in this match so far. And we see Blair Bayless just wait for the perfect moment and be able to put that away. Just an overpass from Syracuse.
And the Panthers are so smart. You can see Bayless waiting for that ball to get to the net. She does have to wait for that ball to come over to her side, and it was very close, but the Panthers do such a great job with those overpasses.
Now from that right side, Gregoire, 2 quick kills here in set number 2. Just so many options Pitt has.
but they're also so different. So now you have Gregoire that is on the right side swinging comparatively to what you would see with Babcock. Such different type of players that it's hard as a defense to be able to read what you want to do off those players, and also hard whenever you're going up against a block like the Panthers.
Blair Bayless at 6'2", Abby Emsch at 6'4", across that front line. And all of a sudden it's 16-6.
And talking about that Panthers block, they're ranked 13th in the nation in blocks per set at 2.8.
And McLaughlin is able to put that one away. She has had such a tremendous season. Her first year in the ACC. And you wouldn't think not to harp on the height, but at 5'8", what she is able to do at this level of volleyball is truly amazing. And Blair Bayless just hammers that home. No chance for Maeva.
Now 6 kills on 9 swings for Blair Bayless. No errors, hitting at a 667 clip. She's really been on since the first point.
Kelly sends that back over. And an error by Waller.
And you can see Waller, I know exactly what she was trying to do. She saw the big block in front of her, was trying to push it through the block, but instead pushed it through the antenna, which is out of play.
And middle kills dug by Haiti. And Bayless just a little bit long, and she immediately called for a review, and I think Dan Fisher is not going to hesitate.
You can see a lot of the Panthers players looking and saying, that one was down, that one was down.
Pitt is challenging that the ball was in.
Bayless hasn't hit much out. One so far, and maybe not.
That looks like it's rocking on the line to me.
That's catching the very back of the line if it is. See, the official is right there. The official is just right on that. Well, maybe.
I think that back half of the line, I think it might catch it.
And it's easy for us to slow it down to that speed, but at that moment, in that speed,
but these officials
it's amazing how much they get right.
Do such a great job with the speed of this game, how fast everything happens. See it from that side. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say that that touches the white, but credit to our crew for these amazing camera angles that we're seeing. I mean, phenomenal being able to look at that and see what we think might be an overturned call, but we shall wait and see.
You never know. They're taking their time with this. Panthers won the first set 25-11. Up currently 18-8. Pitt is hitting .477 in Syracuse, all 3 zeros.
After review, the call stands. Pitt loses their challenge.
I have to say, I'm a little surprised.
Well, you have to have indisputable to overturn.
And like we said, the camera angles that we are seeing are not everything that the officials have to look at, but I feel like with a couple of those angles, they had to have something similar to be able to see that, but.
So Syracuse gets the point.
And the
retains the point, I should
lose
say.
a challenge, so they only have 1 left for the remainder of this match.
Piper Willinger with the serve and a kill in the middle for Bree Kelly, her 3rd. Olivia Babcock is back in. Brooke Mosher to serve. Left-handed tip that Kelly sends over. Bump set from Meyer. And great save by Syracuse. Maeva in the back, and
tough play for Sydney Waller.
Syracuse, yeah.
That ball was so tight to the net and far out. She really only had one chance to try to get the ball over and just couldn't cut the ball hard enough to be able to keep it in the court.
20-8. And 4 hits, well, not even an attempt for that. And
this past Sunday.
motion to serve, and Dan Fisher says there are times that that scout team beats the A team, and he wants to reward them with opportunities. Waller sends it over for Syracuse. Blair Bayless, just it's got to seem like a runway open to her tonight. Brooke Mosier on a 4-0 run here for Pitt. And no touch. Error by Syracuse.
And Syracuse is really trying to do everything they can, but the problem is, Jeff, they have such a big block in front of them that they are having to go around it, but there's not a lot of space around that block. So that's why we've seen a lot of these unforced errors. Now 14 attack errors.
And an error for the Panthers, a service error. Remember, this match started with back-to-back service errors from the Panthers, but since then, this latest point notwithstanding, Pitt's serve has been outstanding.
And it's not just that the ball's going over, it's that they're causing a lot of trouble for Syracuse with their first touch and making that their offense hard to run.
Lario in to serve. Bree Kelly kills in the middle, and we are at set point here in set number 2. And Izzy Maston will come in to serve. And just looking at the demographic of the crowd, it's so cool to see people that are getting into volleyball in Pittsburgh that wouldn't probably never have.
It's a sport for all ages.
A few years ago. Slide tip, and another pancake from Mallory Meyer.
That we've seen of late, but they're still a strong ACC school.
The sophomore from Northville, Michigan. Ashley now starts out with an ace. Her 6th. Steph Hathorn, Amanda Siley here at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse for Pitt Syracuse. Panthers take the first 2 sets, but first point to Syracuse, and now 1-1.
And Jeff, we were reminiscing before the match started, just thinking about all of the games that we've called in this building, and we would put it at probably between 75 to 100 over the past almost decade that we've been able to call games inside of this, what has now become iconic because of what this team has been able to do.
And nice tip, and Meyer unable to do anything with it. That's that time. Waller, great decision to get the point and to serve back to Syracuse. And you see this building, 1951. Look at all the banners that are hanging because of Pitt volleyball. Gregoire with the dig and the service receive, and Olivia Babcock puts that away. That is her 9th kill. She is 1 kill from 500 on the season.
And it just looks so effortless, Jeff, with what she's able to do. So strong.
From the back for McLaughlin. And a tip by Puzel. Good dig by McLaughlin, but the Panthers able to put that away for a 3-2 lead. Look at the most kills in a single season for the Panthers. Olivia Babcock already on that list, and she might pass herself. thinking there's a pretty good chance.
A pretty good chance with the upcoming matches that they have.
And that one's long by George, and it's 4-2.
And again for Syracuse, trying to go around that Panthers block, but there's not a lot of space because they play such sound defense that there's really no holes. If you're not going to go through the block, the defense is around it, which doesn't leave a lot of space.
Syracuse is good for some consistency, and Syracuse in the net. And Ryla Jones has entered for the first time. The Panthers have played nearly everybody on the active roster. We're healthy to play. See that attempt by George, blocked back. It's time McLaughlin, and Panthers able to put that one away.
It's just
Ryla
like,
Jones on the block.
It's just like there's a wall at the net, Jeff. I mean, Syracuse just not able to get anything going offensively. When you look at it right now, hitting in the negatives at -0.06.
While Pitt is at 519. Serve has just been so consistent tonight, even with a couple of errors. Tip attempt read well by Syracuse. Right side knocked right back down, and Olivia Babcock
says thank you very much as that overpass comes over, and she sure knows what to do with an overpass, as you see here, just going up with it. And that wasn't even a hard one. She only jumped off 1 foot for that.
And that attempt blocked by Ryla Jones. Building that by the end of the school year will be no longer, as Victory Heights will take over for 3 of the teams that are housed here. And George able to put that away, and I believe that may have gone off the head of Izzy Maston.
It sure did, but take a look at what volleyball has been able to do inside of this building. The last time that they had a loss, Jeff, was the very first game inside of this building in 2023. That's the last time they lost inside of that building. You can see just a few sets even lost inside of here.
And a great dig in the back. As Ryla Jones puts it away in the middle. It's good defense by Syracuse, but Ryla Jones ends up with the point. There you see that last against Sophia Gregoire's old team, but not when she was there. Laughlin turns it over. Laughlin kind of flat-footed, just not able to get it over the block of Babcock and Abby Emsch.
Now that's a tough ask when you look at it. Olivia Babcock standing at 6'4". Abby Emsch coming in for the Panthers, just a freshman for them, standing at 6'4" as well.
And there's a middle kill by Syracuse. By Aya with the kill. Skylar George has 6 for Syracuse. McLaughlin with 5. Waller has 3, 9 for Babcock, 8 for Bayless, 5 for Puzel. It's a unique serve. And I don't know if the kill attempt knocked Syracuse player off balance.
You can see there, that was Marie Lario, a freshman for this team, and Coach Bakir Ganasharatnam told us that she's really been a player that has impressed him throughout this season, but tough when you go up against a block like that. Abby Emsch, the freshman, has been coming on so strong in the back half of this season. Take a look at it here. A great job of setting it up by Mosher, and then Emsch coming to finish it off.
That's 4 blocks for Abby to go with 4 kills. And Babcock, the rare Pitt service error tonight. Opportunity here for Syracuse is Tea Maeva. Maeva has another year. And an ace for Maeva. Her 24th of the season.
And take a look at this float serve, Jeff. You can see how it trailed off. Marina Pazell thought that she was right in position, and then that ball just went off to the side. And again, a strong serve there from Maeva.
Aston had to send it over, and a middle kill by Syracuse, Grace Turner.
Turner, a grad student coming in from Cal State Fullerton, and you can see there just going off to the side of the block of Emsch, and a couple of points here, 3-0 scoring run for Syracuse.
Marissa with a nice play, and it's 12-7. And Syracuse unable to save that. Marina Pazell, 7 kills. Deep hit by McLaughlin. Point for the Panthers. Zell, a freshman, played in 4 European championships for France. And a career high 12 kills against NC State. And Syracuse is unable to get that point back from Abby Emsch. It's 15-7.
And now 5 blocks for the freshman Emsch. She has just been a force at the net.
And just off the top of the net. Syracuse will serve. Laughlin to serve for Syracuse. And for Syracuse, you go from here to SMU, and a tough stretch here for the Orange. They're just trying to build some confidence, get some consistency. You know, you're early on in building a program, as Gregoire with the kill for Pitt. You know, there were days early on for Pitt where it was a struggle at times. Aichi Tautua in to serve. George hits it long, but a touch by the Panthers, and a point to the Orange.
And you can see Olivia Babcock very adamant that she did not touch that on the back line, but I think that the touch came at the net.
And a service error by now. So Naw's service error gives it back to the Panthers. It's 17-9 here in the 3rd set. 25-11, 25-9, and now 17-9. Mosher, the near ace. Laughlin having to go down to the floor to save that. Mosher sets up Ryla Jones.
And what's most impressive about that, Jeff, is that Ryla Jones passed this ball. So she passed it, then is able to get back enough to get a strong enough approach to then slam that ball down at the 10-foot line.
Do you get a hockey assist for that?
Wow. I mean, I would give her one. I would give her one.
I mean, the assist and kill together would.
She gets credit for the dig and the kill. I mean, a twofer.
7 Panthers with multiple kills here this evening. And an ace for Syracuse. Piper Willinger, a senior from Houston via the Hotchkiss School. And that one's long.
So she gets her 5th ace of the season and then follows it up with the service error.
See Maston to serve. Flying in from the back with the kill is McLaughlin.
And that's a much needed kill for McLaughlin, picking up her 6th on 26 swings, just skying in from the back row. The Panthers trying to go with the triple block, but it was really spread out, so a lot of holes to be able to swing.
And nearly an ace, but the Panthers somehow able to send it over. McLaughlin hits it long. It's one of those nights for Pitt.
How about the strength of the freshman, Izzy Maston? I mean, Olivia Babcock just somehow keeping it alive, and then Maston falling backwards, able to find enough to get the ball over the net. And you could see there the surprise on the face of the freshman.
That looks like rec center volleyball right there. But a great play and just deep on the hit by Babcock. Right decision, just a little bit long. And Syracuse has the most points it's had in a set so far tonight with 13. Oh, great decision by Maeva. This left-handed saw it, disguised it, and executed it.
Maeva, the veteran, like as we mentioned, coming in from Nevada, the junior.
And net violation by Syracuse, and the Panthers are 4 points away from this match.
Yeah, Brooke Mosher has to be allotted the chance to be able to set that ball, and if it stays on her side, then she has to have a clean path at doing so, and it looked like that ball stayed on the Panthers side, so the Orange cannot come over the net to try to push the ball down.
Sends it over, Babcock, Doug, Laughlin, dug by Myers. Mosher goes all the way back to set it up for Marina Pazell.
And that one had some power behind it from Pazell. The high bump set to the far pin, but Pazell able to get some power behind it and put that ball away.
Timeout for Syracuse. What a play there by Mosher and Pazell. All right, let's play some blind resumes with a man.
The Cardinals and then some turkey the next day.
And that will be at the 12,000 seat Peterson Events Center.
That is sold out for that match already. So if you're thinking, hey, I might want to go watch that, well, you're going to have to tune in to watching it on TV. Or you can tune in and listen to me on KDK Radio.
Okay, I'll listen.
Appreciate the support.
Via Babcock. Laughlin blocked, but able to save it. Pazell is blocked down. Waller.
Sydney Waller. Wow. What a block there. Knew exactly what Pazell wanted to do going up against the outside for the Panthers. And Coach Ganesharatnam told us that Waller is one of those players that he looked forward to coming back this season, and she has done a great job. Doubled up her kills from last season already for this season, and now the Panthers find themselves just 2 points away from taking this match.
And kill 500 on the season for Olivia Babcock.
Wow, what a shirt. Where do I get one of those? Wanted for 45 kills.
Slide attempt is successful for Syracuse. And one thing that you like here if you're Syracuse is they're finishing strong to the end. That they haven't given up, they haven't put their head down. In fact, they played their best overall set here in the third. Gregoire puts it down. Not a lot of attempts for Gregoire, but she's been pretty spot on, much like she was against Cal.
4 kills on 4 swings. I'd call that relatively efficient, Jeff.
Abby Emsch to serve for this match. And block, great save. And staying alive is Skylar George. They call her Sky Money.
And
See why.
Sky Money has been a little quiet through the back half of this match, but coming up there to deny the Panthers of match point number 1.
Naw in to serve. George has 2 more seasons left. Someone you could help build a program around. Slide by Babcock, or by Riley Jones rather, is blocked. And the tip attempt is blocked. Syracuse not giving up here in this third set. It's 24-19.
And now the 3rd match point for the Panthers, so.
Mosher serves Gregoire, and that'll do it. 1 more match left in this building as the Panthers sweep Syracuse.